How we doing, Golden? I promised you a comedy show. Are you ready for this? All right, we've got a stacked lineup here. First of all, I'm Bear Love. I'm from East Lansing, Michigan. Do you guys know the Michigan State Spartans by chance? All right. Well, have you guys heard of our mascot is the Spartans? You know, have you guys heard of the movie 300? I identify with that. I was 300 out of 305 in my graduating class. That's close to last. That was the path to stand-up comedy. And here, I feel safe as a hippie here in Colorado. I feel safe because you guys legalized pot. Kind of put me out of a job, though. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out. He delivers pizza now. DoorDash. 305th in my class. I probably was on my way to delivering pizza anyways. But, they say with all this technology that we're losing things, you know what I mean? Like, for example, you know, like when my leg was hurt, instead of one of my friends bringing me stuff over, I just DoorDashed myself food, you know what I mean? Back 10 years ago, your friends would bring you soup when you're sick, you know? Or like in the airports, you know the long-lost lover goodbye? It was always in the movies from the 90s where they're like, oh my God, it's her, you know? Oh, now you're getting picked up by Carl, your Uber driver. You're not doing the long goodbye. But if you look closely, you can see we haven't lost anything. And I am an Uber driver. I do Uber Eats late at night. And I get that airport hello 4 times a night when I deliver McDonald's to the frat late at night. They see me with the food. I see them checking their phone. Chad! So you can look closely. We haven't lost anything. Basically, I just started stand-up comedy, and I got a little bit of gray in my beard, so you can say I'm going through a midlife crisis. But does my generation know how to do a midlife crisis correctly? No. My dad, he bought a Corvette. It spins in circles. Pretty cool. He went to the gym and started working out. My generation doesn't have Corvette money. A midlife crisis for my generation looks like a 40-year-old should be trading recipes with the other moms at school, but instead this week she's getting her head shaved. Where's our Britney Spears? And I'm not picking on the single girls. The couples, they're not doing it correctly either. You guys met in high school, homecoming, sweethearts. The last couple of weeks, you guys have been in an open relationship on Facebook. You guys met in high school, you grew old and fat together, and now you're in an open polyamorous relationship. Gross! Just stay with your man. I'm just picking on you. But I'm a hippie, and a lot of us hippies, we just chose not to have kids. Who's got kids out there? Anybody? Awesome. Good for you. Now, you guys keep track of your kids by the height, and you see how good they're doing by the height on the wall. Us hippies, we did something similar. We keep track of the length of our hair as the last time we saw a judge. I've been doing pretty good. So, but you guys think it's easy because I don't have a real job. You know what I mean? But how many times have you used your job to get out of doing things you didn't want to do? These people know I don't have to work in the morning. I had to move a fish tank on Tuesday. On Friday, next Friday, I have to go to Limon to pick up a pit bull. I thought it would be good if my friend got over his breakup with his girlfriend by getting off of my couch. But instead, we're getting a dog. Sometimes it'd be easier just to have a normal job. Anybody got an application? I haven't paid taxes since 2007. So I'm a hippie, and I have friends who, their parents are hippies. So some of them don't even have Social Security numbers. Why would I turn my kid into the government? Up in Oregon, there's some hippies that are living in the woods that the government doesn't know about. So there is this mythical state of Jefferson. Now, it's confusing when you have one of these hippie parents, because growing up, we all go through that rebellious phase, right? And it's confusing enough going through that phase, but when your parents are hippies, how do you rebel? Get a job, go to school, get a degree. Some of these school of mines kids probably have hippie parents. It's kind of hard to run away from your dad's teepee. And he chases you down on horseback and says, it's cool, bro, we can talk about it. But hippies have done some good things for our society. They invented the word grounded. Take away the TV, take away the phone, get grounded. Before that, I guess we just beat our kids. A spooning in my friend's family means laying with your lover. A spooning in my family means getting hit by a wooden spoon when you're trying to taste the gravy too soon. So I feel like we've done some good things. And it's real funny because I took my friends, people call me Bear. That's my Burning Man name, you know what I mean? So I took my friends to Burning Man in 2007. And they go, their parents are hippies. Their names are Blu-ray and Solmar. And they go, what's our Burning Man name, Bear? And I said, you guys kind of already came with Burning Man names from birth. And they go, yeah, we already got Burning Man names. I'll go by Bob and you go by Sam the rest of the week. And the whole Burning Man, they went by Bob and Sam. It was hilarious. Okay, are you guys ready for your first comic? Let's give it up. Oh, he's not going to come out for that. Come on, let's give it up. All right, this is a 22-year comedy professional. Let's bring out Ron Ferguson. Come on, come on.
Thanks, everybody. Big round of applause for Bear. Put your hands together for Bear. Yeah.